I want to talk about the dichotomy between Apple losing $1 billion a year while also having a cultural moment. So last week, a bunch of people were talking about this article in Information that came out. It was by Wayne Ma saying that Apple is losing $1 billion a year on the Apple Plus, and the conversation basically took one of two routes, right? People were saying either good, these companies should fund and spend money on creative projects, or this is crazy, like you need to like abandon ship, right? And it's interesting because like as I said at the beginning of the video, Apple TV is having a little bit of a renaissance, right? Bad Sisters was a cultural moment that was incredibly well reviewed. Severance just had the biggest moment of like any Apple TV Plus show ever. The morning show has been nominated for 27 Emmys, has won 4 Emmys, and last year got 16 nominations. And also, people love the morning show. It's a little bit of like a meme show, but like it is great. Their new show, The Studio with Seth Rogen, is having like incredible reviews, right? Like Vulture, Slate, the New York Times, all of these places, TikTokers, right? People that I follow are saying this is one of the best shows of the year. This is one of the best TV shows of all time. The second episode is a modern masterpiece, and this is not an ad. They did not pay me, I promise. It's especially interesting and timely because this is literally what the show is about. It's about balancing the like requirements to make art under capitalism while also needing it to make money. And like the two things are diametrically opposed, and it's hard to like move beyond that dichotomy, especially in the traditional Hollywood studio system. Grand Central Station in New York was built by like the Vanderbilts, right? Like old money families used to just pay for things. And now, as times have changed and these families have lost their prominence, right? We now have these giant tech companies that are like only making money, right? Something in the last 40 years since Reagan has radically shifted where all of these companies need to make as much money as possible and like hoard money, right? I Googled it. Apple made almost $94 billion last year. We have no human conception of how much money that is. We have no human conception of how much money $1 billion is. I'm like, I think you can take this L, right? Like, at what point do you say, we do not need every single arm of this company to make $37 billion every second because like we are doing it, right? Like the iPhone is making 51% of their money. I Googled, right? Like they are making money hand over fist. I couldn't find accurate details of like profit for 2024, but like the numbers are public. We can look at their like shareholder meeting numbers. This is not a company that needs this extra $1 billion, right? Like to play in the Hollywood game, to get the corporate level of cachet or the level of cultural cachet as a corporation, you need to, what is it? You need to like break a few eggs before you make a omelet. If they want to be taken seriously in Hollywood, they need to spend the money, right? And also at some point you have to outweigh the like cost benefit analysis of like not every single thing is going to make you money hand over fist, right? Like if you want 27 Emmys and if you want like the moment that Severance is having, you can't pay for that, right? Like Bad Sisters, The Morning Show, Silo, which I love, For All Mankind, which is incredible, right? All of these shows, and again, I don't even have Apple TV Plus right now. Like I am doing this for free. Like they are doing something on a level of quality that like not a lot of people can compete with, right? A lot of these other streamers are losing money while also losing cultural cachet, right? Like how many shows has Max canceled? How many shows is Max getting submitted for Emmys? Not many, not right now. I think this is a like cost consideration thing and a cultural moment that we are all participating in as more and more of these companies start to like throw money at anything to like make anything stick. It should be a point of pride to be a patron, right? During the Renaissance, like rich people were paying for artists to fund their lives because they recognize the importance of art, right? If we are going to live in this like soulless corporate dystopia, we should at least have some good TV while we do it, right? Like we need more companies to take this approach and just like throw money at artists and art and make good art versus like again running a cost benefit analysis, having an Excel spreadsheet open every second of every decision making moment so that like sometimes stuff needs to exist regardless of whether it's making money or not. And I know that that's crazy to say in America, but sue me.